everyone, my name's Auburn, and today I'm here to talk to you guys about the dangers of indoor tanning and trying to persuade you guys not to use tanning beds. So when we think of attractive, we think of tall, dark, and handsome, sun-kissed skin, sun goddess, bronze goddess, and all those things have in common are being tan. And we have this thought that being tan means that you're attractive. Today's obsession with being tan is corrupting our minds. We think that being tan is attractive, but what we don't realize is that tan skin, once it ages, is not attractive. It becomes leather-like. You get premature wrinkles, you have blotchy skin, you have dry patches, and you can develop cancer. I can attest to this through my personal experience. Last year, September 30th, I had surgery to remove a melanoma spot on the bottom of my foot. The surgery was about an hour, which isn't too long, but it was my first surgery that I've ever had, and I'm 21. It was the first time I was ever being put to sleep, and it was pretty scary. After I had the surgery, I went back 4 days later, and they had to cut out stitches that they had stitched a cotton ball to the bottom of my foot. And that was pretty painful. I had to have a skin graft taken from my left leg, so I have a scar now, placed onto the bottom of my left foot. I ended up being released to walk way too early, and my skin graft came off, and I had a really bad infection in my foot. My tendon was showing, and there was debate on whether I should have emergency surgery or not. I ended up not having the surgery. My skin grew back, but I had to be on crutches for about 3 months, and then I was put in a walking boot while still on crutches. I had just gotten out of my walking boot February of 2017, this year. I still have pain in my foot. It still hurts to this day, and it's been almost a year since my surgery. I used to tan, and I got skin cancer. They aren't sure if that's exactly what it was from, but now that I have had it, I am no longer allowed to tan in tanning beds because my skin is more at risk at getting skin cancer now. Despite all of our warnings and the overwhelming statistics that we have about indoor tanning, men and women still flock to these beds to achieve that overall glow, that being attractive because you're tan thought. Today, I'm going to talk to you guys about the risks and the dangers. I'm going to give you some alternatives that you can do instead of indoor tanning, and I'm going to talk to you about the negative effect of not choosing a different alternative than using indoor tanning. The fact that people are still ignoring these warnings about tanning and the tanning beds shows us that we as a society have a problem. As a society, we need to decrease the use of indoor tanning so that we can decrease the amount of skin cancer that we get. In the US alone, there will be 400,000 cases of skin cancer diagnosed in 1 year. And all of those skin cancer diagnoses are attributed to indoor tanning. Out of those 400,000, 6,200 of them are melanoma cases. And in case you didn't know, melanoma is the most dangerous type of skin cancer you can get. It's what kills most people who get it. According to the American Academy of Dermatology, 7.8 million women and 1.9 million men use indoor tanning in the US alone. If you tan before the age of 35, you increase the chance of getting melanoma by 59%, and each time that you use it, it just increases more. Women who tan under the age of 30 are 6 times more likely to get melanoma. And just to give you a little idea, the cost of treating skin cancer attributed to tanning is $343.1 million, and that's just for skin cancer treatments. We need to protect our society and especially our young teens when it comes to indoor tanning. More than half of us, or more than half of people who tan start before the age of 21, and just about 1/3 of them start before the age of 16. The teenagers who start before the age of 16 go to tanning salons with their family members. Usually it's a mother. With all of these stats, it is clear that our society is starting to develop this tanorexia, and Dr. Oz was describing this on one of his shows about how we feel the need to be tan, and tanning is actually becoming an addiction. Even though there are a lot of these statistics, there is still time for us to make a change and turn this around so that we don't become a statistic ourselves. Instead of using indoor tanning, we should try using spray tans, or even laying outside for a little bit, but to make sure that you wear SPF when you do that. So instead of using tanning beds to get tan, there are a couple different things that you can do. You can get a spray tan. There are even spray tans that use natural ingredients. You can lay outside as long as you wear SPF. And there are also some skincare lines that carry lotions that you can put on your body, and over time it gradually makes you look darker. You get that tan look, you get that glow, that artificial glow that you usually get when you use indoor tanning. By deciding to use one of these options instead of a tanning bed, we decrease the number of cases of skin cancer that are attributed to using a tanning bed. And you still get that glow that people are wanting to feel more attractive. So it's a win-win. A study in 2016 by the Skin Cancer Foundation showed that spray tans are safe and they do not cause cancer. So that is another good option that you should use instead of using tanning beds. We can make this change. We are capable of standing up and taking action and stopping our society and our teens and informing them and showing them that there are other ways that you can get tan. It isn't just using a tanning bed, laying in a cancer bed, as some people would call it. If we don't take these actions, we are going to have a lot of deaths on our hands. A study done by the Skin Cancer Foundation in January of this year showed that there will be 84,000 new melanoma diagnoses, and out of those 84,000, 9,632 of them will die just this year. This year, that many people are going to die if we do not take a stance. We don't want to have all these deaths simply because we feel the need to be tan is how you be attractive. It is time for us to come together, and it is time for us to make a change. Despite all the warnings and the statistics that are so overwhelming, people, men and women, teenagers, still flock to these tanning beds because we feel that we need to be tan to attract people. Today I talked to you guys about how there are dangers and the risks of indoor tanning, things that are different options you can use to get indoor tanning, and what's going to happen if we don't change our ways about using tanning beds. What if the person that you loved, a family member, a child, a wife, a mother, a father, a boyfriend, what if they were using indoor tanning? And what if they got melanoma? What if they were dying from it because they felt the only way that they could attract people was becoming tan? and the only way they could do that was by using tanning beds. What would you do? Before I leave you today, I want to tell you the story of Ashley Trenner. Ashley had been tanning for 15 years, every other day. She ended up getting melanoma, and it was killing her. Before Ashley died, her last wish was wanting to be able to change someone else's life, to make them not want to tan, because she did not want them to end up like her. She did not think it was worth it. She died by the age of 40. Her case spearheaded a law that was the idea from Dr. Brian Drucker. He was a director at the Knight Institute of Cancer, at the Cancer Institute in Oregon. It was to ban teenagers under 18 from using tanning beds. It was passed in April of 2013, and it has since then spread to other states. Now it's our turn. It's our turn to stand up and fight for this. We need to make a change, and if we don't, there's going to be a lot of deaths. We do not need one more statistic before we start to do something about it. Thank you.